Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Hakuna La Planta. My name is Kevin, and guys, today's the video y'all been waiting for. And after this, I will show you the complete process from beginning to end of transferring a plant from soil to leca and passive hydroponics. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So starting off with leca. Leca stands for lightweight expanded clay aggregate. They're basically these round, lightweight balls of clay that will serve as your growing medium for your plants. Leca is great to use when you're growing plants just because when leca is stacked on top of each other, you could see that there are spaces or air pockets where your plant's roots can essentially breathe. Along with this, leca is very porous, and so it works to wick up moisture and nutrients up the leca through capillary action to provide nutrients and water for your plant. Is that by itself, it doesn't have any nutrients that the plant can pull from. Therefore, you need to use a nutrient solution along with leca to grow plants. Before you use leca straight out of the bag, they're going to be completely dry and they will have a lot of clay dust on them. It is recommended that before you start, you should wash the leca over a colander just to get rid of a lot of the dust. After this, I would recommend that you soak this leca for at least 24 hours before using it. It is recommended that you do this first to allow the leca to soak up as much water, so it's essentially primed to kind of easily take up moisture and nutrients. Okay, so the next topic I'll talk about is the water. So this is going to be a very controversial topic to talk about, but again, this is just based on my personal experiences. In most cases, if you want to grow plants hydroponically, you should use reverse osmosis water or distilled water. Using one of these two options ensures that you're not feeding your plants any unwanted minerals that the plant doesn't necessarily like. And generally in the hydroponic world, a lot of people discourage the use of tap water. This is because around the world, tap water differs, but also tap water contains different additives that are not necessarily good for your plant. An example is the use of either chloramine or chlorine to clean our tap water. And although it ensures that we're able to drink the tap water, it's not necessarily good for your plants, so I hear. Saying all this, I use tap water. So I live in Toronto, and looking at Toronto's water quality report, we actually have pretty good water. It's not perfect for passive hydroponics, but it's not bad. Moving on to the type of pot or planter. So you actually have a lot of options, and I have a few to show you. You can have, I showed this in the beginning, but you could have a closed system here of leca, and you would essentially put the nutrient solution up to here. I personally don't prefer the system, and I don't have any of my plants in this kind of closed container. Lastly, you could use various self-watering systems. So for example, this is a planter, a self-watering planter that I got from Amazon. This Aglaonema is in Pawn, but it'd be the same idea. You would put leca into here, and then you could kind of tell based on the indicator if you need to add any water, if you need to add a new nutrient solution. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to transfer a plant. I am going to use my ZZ plant to demonstrate for you guys. So first I'll talk about a few key points. You transferring your plant from soil into leca is going to stress it out, and also a plant that is generally healthy. And yeah, we're just going to take this and remove it because the soil's really dry. And yeah, you're just going to slowly take off as much soil as possible. Okay, so I did the best that I could just by removing the soil with my hands. I want to say that it's inevitable to lose, where's what the roots I was talking about? There are some roots that have broken off over here. And basically I would just run some water over here, over the roots, just to get rid of more soil. Okay, so I removed most of the soil off of the roots. You could see that it's not perfect if I get real close. But I mean, it's the closest I'm going to get with these. Like I said, just don't keep chunks of soil on the roots just because it can lead to rot. And there is a process of shedding. These roots aren't fully acclimated, but new roots will grow. Okay, so I'll just take one of the plants because it is clearly going to be too big if I include all three in this pot over here, like so. Then you're going to take your plant and kind of see how it fits. And then from here, just hold on to it and then just add on more leca on top. In between the process, guys, of putting the leca on top, I like to shake the plant or like slam it against the counter just so the leca kind of disperses around like the nooks and crannies of the root system. So I'm just gonna do this for a little bit. And yeah, I guess there you have it, guys. So she is in leca, she's nice and anchored. I'm just going to grab the nutrient solution right over here, and we're just gonna pour it over the leca into the cash po here. Oops, spilled a little bit. And we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna check constantly to see that there's enough. Okay, so here's the nutrient solution. Can y'all, oh my God, this is a mess. Can y'all see it? And then the net pot, and then the plant with the leca. So I like to keep my new transfers in a very sunny or well-lit area. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to talk about my routine. So basically, I change my nutrient solution for all my plants roughly every 2 weeks. And every week in between, I do a top off of just plain old tap water into the nutrient reservoir of all my plants. And yeah, I do get a lot of questions about whether or not I flush all my plants. Flushing your plants is basically going into your sink, bathtub, and just having running water go through the medium, like the leca here. This is really good for your plants just because through time there can be a lot of mineral or salt buildup that it doesn't grow, that accumulates on the leca. So doing flushes often can kind of flush that out of the medium. I do have to admit, I do not do this. I wish I could if I had the time. And this is because I have over 100 plants in leca. So if you do have a smaller collection, I do recommend that, but I just don't have the time. Luckily, my plants are still fine, hopefully. But yeah, I don't do that, but would definitely recommend it.